got 11 taxpayers, quote unquote, in the state of Wisconsin who have benefited from that individually about $22 million. And those taxpayers make on average $30 million a year each. I think they could sustain the higher taxes. That's the very same credit that
the higher taxes. You mean the rate that other people pay?
Yeah, like a guy making minimum wage, which apparently in the state of Wisconsin will remain at $7.25 a freaking hour.
844-967-2789. Crudy, you are in charge. Let's get to Pizza Box. Mike, Pizza, thank you for calling. What do you got for us today?
Mike, I heard you raise some hell at the Joint Finance Committee.
Well done, sir.
Just getting started. This is so bad. I mean, I go there trying to be in a good mood. I try to alter everything before I go in.
Of course.
And it just cannot. I can't hold up watching Republicans harm poor people, and that's essentially what it is. And I mean, you can't say it any better than Chris Taylor or any of the other Democrats that speak up for us. But this is going to have to take action, and until we do that, I guess people are going to have to understand that just because Scott Walker is not our governor, things didn't get better. In fact, they're going to get worse.
Pizza Box Mike
will try. But
I gotta interrupt you, buddy. I know you chased Republican Senator Tom Tiffany into a Capitol restroom. McIver's got a picture of you on the interwebs at this moment. Apparently you're a molester or something, Mike. What did you say to Tiffany?
I basically told them that they weren't going to get away with this, and I asked him, how can you live in a state and do this? And then I asked him if he had grandchildren. And, of course, he wouldn't answer me, and I said, be sure to wash your hands, dirty bird.
Pizza Box Mike, at least you didn't get arrested, fella.
Not today.
That's always a win. Come back with us, Devil's Advocates. When you listen, you're always a winner. When you call, you're a super-duper winner at 844-967-2789. We'll be right back.
If you're like a lot of companies, you know you need IT, but you aren't sure where to start. That's where Five Nines comes in. Hi, I'm Todd Stryker, President and CEO. For almost 15 years, Five Nines has been providing IT solutions to companies just like yours. We'll show you the solutions that are right for your business and give you the roadmap to success in the future. Find us at fivenines.com. That's the number 5, NINES.com.
Dominic, Milwaukee got the DNC, but Miami, they got the first presidential debate. We'll go on the road. We're taking this show to Miami.
Crudy once again dragging me all over the country, bringing the heat to Miami, Wisconsin style. Join us for a live broadcast Wednesday, June 26th and 27th. And don't forget the wrap-up show in Miami on Friday, June 28th.
Special on-the-scene in Miami coverage on WRRT 1510 AM, WTTN 1580 AM, and Hawk 92.7 FM.
You are listening to Real Resistance Radio, WRRD 1510 AM Waukesha and WTTN 1580 AM Columbus. Always streaming at realresistanceradio.com.
All workers benefit from unions, as unions create the highest standard in wages, health and welfare, retirement security, and workplace protections. Hello, this is Tom Bennett, President of Teamsters General Local 200. Your voice is your strength. The ability to build a stronger and better tomorrow begins today. Teamsters Local 200 represents workers in numerous industries, and our team is ready to sit down with you and your co-workers to build your unified team. Call Teamsters Local 200 at 414-771-6363 or visit us on Facebook or www.teamsterslocal200.com.
I don't see the support. I don't support it.
Wisconsin Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald doesn't see the support for legalized medicinal marijuana, even though the 2018 midterm referendum in 11 counties and the city of Waukesha passed by over 79%. Call Scott Fitzgerald at 608-266-5660. Tell him you support legalized medicinal marijuana.
No, I don't see it.
This message was paid for by the People for People Corporation. Donate online at p4ppc.org, p4ppc.org.
Hey, Milwaukee, do you have an office to clean out or close out? Don't call the junk man. Call my friends at Madison Liquidators. Sustainability is their business model. They'll pick up and recycle and refurbish your used furniture. They'll help keep your old office furniture out of the landfill. Find them online at MadisonLiquidators.com. Call Madison Liquidators, 608-831-1012. Madison Liquidators. Tell them the Devil's Advocate sent you.
Have a drink at Regano's Roman Coin. This neighborhood corner tavern is as classic as the street it occupies. Family owned and operated since 1966, Regano's Roman Coin is located in a former Pabst Tide House on historic Brady Street, serving an array of craft beers with a focus on Wisconsin breweries. Also, weekly drink specials, trivia on Wednesdays, seasonal sporting events, parties hosted for all occasions, and pet friendly. Open 11 a.m. Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday. Close on Monday. Regano's Roman Coin, Milwaukee's pet-friendly, cash-only order-in classic corner tavern.
For 1510 Milwaukee and 1580 Madison, I'm Stu Daniels with your headlines. Downtown Milwaukee was in the national spotlight on two different TV networks last night. In addition to the Bucks game at Fiserv Forum, presidential candidate Amy Klobuchar held a town hall event at the Grain Exchange, which was broadcast on the Fox News channel. And if you're looking for something to do with Mom for Mother's Day, the Milwaukee County Zoo is offering free admission to all moms on Sunday. The zoo is open from 9 to 4:30, and you'll be able to see the newly redesigned and expanded elephant exhibit, which just opened last weekend. Outside tonight, mostly cloudy, lows around 40 degrees. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with highs in the low 50s in Milwaukee, upper 50s in Madison. You're listening to WRRD and WTTN, Wisconsin's political talk.
The Devil's Advocates, so relevant they have 1 foot in tomorrow.
Welcome back to the Devil's Advocates Radio Show, the Thursday happy hour. It continues. We got lots of callers. We'll get to them in a moment at 844-967-2789. Quickly, though, Dom, I've got a statement from Governor Tony Evers on the Joint Finance Committee actions today. I'll go straight to the quotes. Folks voted for a change in November. They want us to bring Wisconsin's federal tax dollars back into our state to invest in health care for all Wisconsinites, and they want to see Democrats and Republicans work together to get it done. But all we hear from Republicans is no. They refuse to listen to the will of the people or work together, and Wisconsinites will pay the price. Today, Republicans took a fiscally irresponsible and morally reprehensible vote to blow a $1.4 billion hole in the people's budget. Every Republican must be held accountable for their decisions on health care, not just here in the Capitol, but back in their communities. They need to go back home and explain to moms in Rock County why Republicans won't support our efforts to improve maternal health or address rising infant mortality rates. They need to tell families in central Wisconsin and around the state why they don't invest in mental health and substance use disorder treatment that would help curb the opioid addiction epidemic. They need to explain to folks in Horicon and Juneau that Dodge County is going to miss out on more than $26 million in new healthcare investment, including more funding for programs like senior care and family care. They need to let people in communities like Reedsburg and Richland Center know that they voted against funding to expand access to dental care for kids, seniors, and people with disabilities. Today's vote was disappointing, but it's not the end. I'm going to keep reminding Wisconsinites what's at stake, and I'm going to keep fighting to expand Medicaid. So saith Governor Tony Evers.
And I appreciate the words, but what are the actions? What can he really do? He's got line out of veto.
Vetoed the whole GD budget.
Then what?
Make them come back and stick Medicaid in the budget. You're going to blow a $1 billion hole in my budget? You frickin' fix it, Republicans. I would veto the entire frickin' budget. I would take this thing into perpetuity until Medicaid is reinserted into the budget. And if Tony Evers doesn't have the courage to come out and say he's going to veto a bill, then apparently in a few more years, we're going to need to seek some better leadership. Because now is Tony's time to stand up straight and strong and show some frickin' backbone.
844-967-2789. Let's get to some callers. Crudy, you're in charge. Who we got?
Brock from Horicon. They were just talking about your hometown Brock, what do you say?
Yeah, $26 million. I wonder what the annual budget is of Dodge County. That's probably 3 times what it is. That's unbelievable. I called my non-representative Russian-loving buddy, Mr. Fitzgerald, today, only to talk to a middle-aged guy, big phone muscles, not exactly sure what his point was. When he asked me who I thought I was, I said, I'm your boss's boss. You know how this works? We vote for representatives. They go and, vote for stuff that's in the best interest
What
of
a
our
quaint
district.
thought, Brock.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like it's worded someplace like a constitutional document or something so you can follow it. So,
Brock, they didn't see you on the donor list, buddy. You'd have gotten the VIP treatment then.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm kind of spread thin. I'm wondering if I need to, ahead of a big vote like this, you think I would see like a TV commercial or have ads every place or not be able to get away from it? Maybe I could even see Tony Evers stand up in front of a camera and say something. I'm more than willing to be his support person. If he needs somebody to go somewhere so he can say whatever he wants, they can blame it on me. I'm willing to do that.
Oh,
that wasn't us.
That was all you, Brock. Thank you for the call. Sorry about that, man.
844-967-2789.
Betsy, you are next. Welcome to the show. What do you got for us today,
Hey,
Betsy?
Sister Betsy.
Hey, you guys. I am so upset. This is
Another day in Wisconsin. Same old, Betsy. Let's crap on poor people. Let's do physically irresponsible things. And Jesus Christ, who's that guy?
Yeah, this is not the Wisconsin way. Ever since Scott Walker came in, this state has gone just down to the gutter. And I think it's time for another peoples for peoples. I think we need to hammer this, what the Republicans have done.
Betsy, is it possible I was going to say, is it possible we've given Scott Walker too much credit for malfeasance? Shouldn't we spread it around? I mean, hell, Luther Olson, who's now the Joint Finance Committee quote-unquote co-chair, because Alberta Darling, she's too ill to even attend the vote. The vote was 11-4, all Republicans. Her health is not good enough to even go and take away health care from other Wisconsinites. And Luther Olson, this supposed conscientious Republican, he said he'd be down for accepting the federal money, except he voted to strip it from Tony Evers' budget today, Betsy. There is not a good freaking Republican in the state of Wisconsin, as near as I can tell.
As near as I can tell, you're darn right, Crudy. Oh, my goodness, I'm trying not to swear. I am so angry at these Republicans, and Fitzgerald is also my man, too. And I called, same guy, same phone call, who are you? Like, I could give a really rat's butt about you, lady. It's just sad. And Tony Evers has to grow up hair. You're darn right he does. And I just thank you guys for all that you do for Wisconsin.
Well,
because
thank you,
Betsy.
You
guys are the heroes.
We got a little bully pulpit. I got a little soapbox. I let Dom use it sometimes. Hell, Tony Evers, your soapbox is right here. Why don't you come up and stand up to the Republicans, and why don't you start slinging some strong words? Why don't you start calling them to the mats, Tony Evers? Because, putting out a press release is a little insufficient when people are suffering for lack of affordable health care. And I believe your heart's in the right place, Tony. Just put your mouth in the right place. That'd be in the studio with Dom or I.
844-967-2789. Let's get to the phones. Pete, you are next. Thank you, Betsy. Pete, what do you got for us?
Well, it's practice as usual from the Republicans. You can expect them to do this kind of thing. It doesn't help the people of the state of Wisconsin. And let's make sure it doesn't help them, because we should make sure that they are outed on all of this. And I agree with you, Crudy. Make the veto stick. Stick them with the veto. Let them know what it's like.
They cannot overturn Tony Evers' veto. He didn't have to accept this. He doesn't have to roll over and play dead. He can come out and just make it loud and clear. I'm going to veto your freaking budget. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, Republicans. Bring it back to me with Medicaid and expansion of medicinal marijuana, or throw it in the trash can because I ain't signing it.
Right, because if they keep fighting all these good things, that'll give us time to make these very apparent to all the voters of Wisconsin, and that's what counts. Education should overrule stupidity.
Well, Tony's got to get out there and educate the electorate. Appreciate your call, Pete. We're going to keep moving down the phones. 844-967-2789. Lots of Wisconsinites don't like this screw you taxpayers, because that's effectively what the Republicans are saying. Financially, they're saying screw you taxpayers. $1 billion? We're going to burn it. We're not going to accept $1 billion. Yet we're going to start stripping financial matters out of Tony Evers' budget. Put the $1 billion back, and then we can talk. 844-967-2789. Annie from Watertown, welcome.
Oh, yeah, no, this is what they've been doing for a long time. I think, and if you're trying to get anything from Scott Fitzgerald, he told me right to my face, I do not work for you. So, I mean, that sticks out in my mind.
Well, you're not one of the Koch brothers, are you, Annie?
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So it's like, okay, never mind. But I think back to when him and his brother, I think, was in charge of the assembly. And I remember there was something about how they were setting some kind of record or whatever for the least amount of time spent in Madison in session. They were never
You'd
there.
never believe it from all the per diem he collects.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. But this was before Scott Walker was on the scene. So, no, this crap was been brewing, Scott Walker, I think, was just the build up the pièce de résistance.
Annie,
I don't know what
do you think Evers should do at this point? Well, what do you think the best reaction from the current governor would be?
I don't know. I feel so sorry for the guy because, I mean, he tries to be reasonable, and you can't. I mean, if I was him, I would be, like jumping up and down naked outside, pulling my hair out.
I'd be like Beto O'Rourke. I'd be on a bar somewhere. I'd be screaming it from the rooftops. I certainly wouldn't be issuing a press release and saying, "Please do better."
I think dignity and respectful things, whatever, he can do, because you just got to try to be the adult in the room, and hopefully with, your radio station and people talking to people, maybe they can just show how bad governance looks and how we've got examples of it.
I don't know how we hold Tony Evers to the bar of being the adult in the room. I mean, the Republicans are basically throwing feces at the man. This is not the behavior of adults, because adults would do the math and they would expand Medicaid. They do the right thing for Wisconsin. Adults would look at the polls and realize if 83% of your constituents agree to anything, you better pass the bill. And ultimately, when we talk about Medicaid and people that can't afford insurance, a lot of them have jobs. A lot of them are working. And when the minimum wage is $7.25 an hour, and 36 other states have led on this measure, I mean, hell, there's states out there with $15 an hour minimum wage. And we can't raise it to 10 here. Republicans say, hell no, poor people. Go get on Medicaid, right? Oh, yeah, can't do that either. Go pee in a cup and hope for the best.
No, I just don't see it. I can't see it. I don't see any support for that anywhere.
Yeah, you sound like Scott Fitzgerald now, Annie. Little sarcasm. We appreciate that from the audience. 844-967-2789. We got one segment left in this big showdown. And it is business as usual. It's malfeasance as usual. Did you think something for the better happened when Tony Evers got elected? Yeah, no offense to Tony, but Tony ain't enough. It's going to take the people. It's going to take a revolution. And I realize so many of our audience, you're the good people. You've been dialing your lawmakers. You've been telling them. But make their lives freaking miserable. Do not accept this. Do not roll over and play dead, Wisconsin. And that advice, that's for you as well, Tony.
Crudy, not only would Wisconsin save $324 million over 2 years, the money that would be invested and drawn in with new hospitals, nursing homes, dental care, maternal care, and health services, $1.6 billion.
What would we do with all that money, Don?
Well, hell, give it to Foxconn. What else would we do?
How about giving some poor people health care? Come back with us. Join us on the phones, or you can text us, 844-967-2789. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Tom Bennett, President of Teamsters Local 200. In 1903, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters was founded, and our local union was founded in 1935 here in Milwaukee. During the last 115 years, the principles and values for the Teamsters Union have made many improvements for working families, creating a pathway to the American middle class. Teamsters have assisted families and communities in times of need. Currently, our active and retired membership are collectively working to benefit working families across this nation for retirement security and addressing long-term social needs here in Madison, Wisconsin, and in Washington, D.C. American workers do have a voice in the workplace. Let Teamsters Local 200 be part of that action plan for you. For more information, please visit us on Facebook at Teamsters Local 200 or visit our website at www.teamsterslocal200.com or give us a call at 414-771-6363. teamsterslocal200.com or 414-771-6363.
Wisconsin, home to the world's best cheese, best beer, and best football fans in America. But unfortunately, Wisconsin is also home to something else. Tens of thousands of citizens who just can't afford health care. We're talking friends and neighbors struggling to take care of themselves and their families. Many working long hours, or sometimes 2 jobs, in industries like retail, construction, childcare, and agriculture. Jobs that don't always offer benefits or pay wages high enough to allow someone to afford coverage on their own. That's why it's time the legislature fully expanded Badger Care for people making less than $8.50 an hour. It's a smart investment for our state, saving lives and taxpayer dollars, providing affordable health coverage for our citizens. Get the facts at betterbadgercare.com. Then tell your legislator to take action today. It's the right thing to do right now. Paid for by Citizen Action of Wisconsin.
The Devil's Advocates. We drink when we toast. We toast when we drink.
And we are back. Thank you for listening to the Devil's Advocates radio show, last segment of the day. So if you've got something to say, something to contribute, something to add, 844-967-2789.
Dominic, Fox News in town yesterday. Little, town hall, Amy Klobuchar at the Granary in Milwaukee. My question, did anybody attend? Did anybody even watch? Overnight ratings, my understanding, Fox News garnered about 1.6 million viewers for the Amy Klobuchar town hall. Now, they still won the ratings battle for the night, but Bernie Sanders, when Bernie did it, like 2.3 million viewers for the Bernie Sanders town hall on the Foxy News. And Dom, the town hall I can't wait to watch, the James Comey town hall tonight. That'll be on the CNNs.
Oh, come on. Really? What about James Comey, other than giving the presidency to Trump when he came out with the Hillary Clinton second round, got to reopen the investigation because of Carlos Danger had a, cloud account with some emails on it from his wife. That aside, really? What does Comey have to say?
I want to hear what he has to say about the Mueller report and the Attorney General Bill Barr, the contemptuous one. But anyways, Dom, I'd hate to watch on an empty stomach while Foxy friends were in town, Dom. They did a little breakfast segment. I forget the name of the restaurant. Let me look it up here quickly. But anyways, Dom, at this restaurant, they got They got something very unusual. The network TV show, the network TV show, that's Fox and Friends, and Donald Trump's favorite show, broadcast from Johnny B's in West Allis on Wednesday. This segment got a lot of attention online, but it wasn't because of some outlandish statement or breaking news. It was a plate of eggs that caught the internet's attention. 10 eggs to be exact, sunny side up with nothing on the side. A man who was interviewed for the show and wearing a Trump hat was believed to be the person who ordered the eggs. But it turns out that wasn't the case. The internet grew skeptical as the 10-egg plate appeared in another shot. The scenes had people asking, was it the same plate in both shots, or is it a plate of 10 sunny-side-up eggs, a popular dish in the Milwaukee area? And I got to ask Fancy Brian. He's our resident eater in-house, Tom. Fancy Brian, this one's for you. I got $20 in my pocket right now, burning a hole. Here's all you got to eat, buddy. I'm going to read it for you. The meal, $18.99, consisted of the following: 10 eggs, any way you want them, 8 plate-sized pancakes, a pound of hash browns, 3 pieces of bacon, 3 pieces of sausage, a piece of ham, and some Texas toast. Brian, could you eat that meal in an hour or less?
Is this the deal over at Johnny V's in West Allis?
This is the deal. If a single person can finish it in an hour, they get the meal free and a T-shirt, and they also get their picture posted on the wall. You'd be famouser, Fancy Brian.
Well, Big Keith, I mean, you're kind of a big
fella. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Big Keith.
Brian stepped out. It's his lovely young daughter's birthday
lump
today.
us all together here.
All you big fellas look the same, Keith. Come on, man.
We all look the same on the radio.
Could you roll on a big meal like that, man? You think you could finish that in an hour?
I don't know about that. The eggs would go right to my arteries, I feel like.
That'd be bad.
Be bad.
10 eggs?
I'm already there, man.
Keith, you're not my guy. I was thinking Fancy Brian all the time.
No, he could do it.
He would do it.
I know. You just have to get him at the right time.
I'll have to ask him again tomorrow. I bet he'll take me up on that. I'll buy the meal, but you got to eat it 1 hour or less. I get the T-shirt. You get the picture on the wall.
Oh, come on.
What a deal.
You got to let Brian get the T-shirt, man.
If Brian is actually capable of eating that meal in an hour or less by the time he's done, they are not going to have a size big enough for all that humanity.
There's nothing but fat and gristle left on that plate.
The old 94. Eat it. 844-967-2789. Our pal Brock, I cut a little short. We don't normally do 2 bites of the apple per meal, Brock, but we'll give you a second chance, man. Welcome back.
Hey, I appreciate that. The $26 million figure you quoted before, is that something that you have figured out on your own, or is that something that Tony Evers' office put forward?
That is actually the reporting of the Journal Sentinel. No, I correct myself. You're right. That was a statement made by Tony Evers in a press release. They claimed $26 million in new spending would have happened in Dodge County, I believe. But I don't know what the source of that information. One must assume he's got a report somewhere, or, I mean, hell, man, he wrote the budget. He knows what he allocated to where. Well, if he allocated $26 million to Dodge County and they stripped it out, I think he's speaking from authority.
I'm curious as to what the yearly operating budget of that. It's got to be $26 million. It's probably got to be a large portion, if not the whole operating budget annually for that county.
That I don't know. I'll try to Google. You keep talking.
Yeah, the interesting part is, I live there. If you take that expansion, people with insurance, which a lot of people with insurance through their employers or private insurance, they're already paying for people that don't have insurance. So on top of the money, the federal money that would have caused instant cost savings, you would also have that additional money that people that have private insurance would have probably saved on premiums. I would imagine that would have caused premiums to go down. I wonder what that figure is. So you have a couple of $1 billion that would have helped pretty much everybody in the state, and the Republicans are against it, yet they're willing to throw billions of dollars away on a company that we know is never going to produce what they say, and instead returning down a 90% guaranteed coverage of money from the federal government. I don't understand the math. I know I only ever got a B in math, So maybe
Brock,
the numbers
I don't.
just
It's
go
not
over
the
my
math,
head,
man.
or-
It's not the math. It's the philosophy. It's the quote unquote expansion of welfare. That's what it is. And of
Right.
course, it's doing the bidding of their donors.
Brock, I've got some
get
of the
it.
math for you. I've got the Dodge County, Wisconsin governmental budget for 2017. The entire county's tax levy, all the money collected in property taxes, $33 million for the whole county.
So it was almost the whole operating cost.
Well, I'm not sure
1 year.
that is the entirety of
26.
what, at least of the
Right, that's
revenue
true.
they generate on their own through tax levy. Dodge County generates about $33 million per year, and Republicans just took about $26 million out of the health budget for Dodge County.
Suck it, Dodge
So-
County.
I'm sure that's not going to hurt your county at all, Brock.
Yeah, they've been doing nothing but hurting that county since they decided to run in it. There's nothing there, and there won't ever be, and it's thanks mostly to their policies. I really appreciate what you guys do. I got to run. Have a good day. Thanks.
Thanks, Brock.
Thank you, Brock. Well,
At least Brock doesn't reside in Milwaukee. You should see what Republicans try to do to that county.
it's supposed to be the happy hour, but the Republicans, once again, kind of bringing me down in the happy hour.
Oh, I bet they're at the bar having a good old time, Dom. They got no qualms. They'll sleep like angels tonight.
Well, doing the bidding of their masters, unfortunately not representing the people of Wisconsin. This must be one of those instances where they're leading, right? The masses, the people, the will of the people is the law of the land. They're just misinformed. They don't know what they're talking about. We, the Republicans, Scott Fitzgerald, Robin Voss, we know better than all you little voters.
Well, certainly better than you, Dom and Crute. Damn liberal hippies on the radio. Thank you for listening to this damn liberal hippie show. Want to thank all the fine guests. They included Patrick Rodenbush, Communications Director with the National Democratic Redistricting Committee. And of course, want to thank our good friend, Rep. Chris Taylor. She is a Joint Finance Committee Dem. And please stick around. Dawn of the Resistance with our good friend Maggie Dawn. She's a legal eagle. She's smarter than you, I bet.
Uh-huh.
Stick around. Dawn of the Resistance is next. We'll see you on the radio. We'll air grievances on Friday. You better tune in to us tomorrow. Hey, Milwaukee, do you have an office to clean out or close out? Don't call the junk man. Call my friends at Madison Liquidators. Sustainability is their business model. They'll pick up and recycle and refurbish your used furniture. They'll help keep your old office furniture out of the landfill. Find them online